What it do? Back again with your boy DP, talking sports with DP. And now we about to get into that NBA playoffs, dog. I told you when the playoffs came, I was gonna be here and I was gonna talk about it, tell you how I feel about it. Quick little water break. But yeah, man, this is the best time to watch the NBA. The playoffs here, dog. This where every game matters. This where the game means the most. Now, mind you, regular season matter too, but 82 games, I ain't finna keep up with all 82 games. I'm not even finna sit here and cap with you. I ain't finna pump fake with you, none of that. I'm waiting for playoff time. That's when it matters the most. Because the rings what matters in the NBA. How many ships you got, how many all-pros and all that stuff matter a little bit. But the rings is what make you greatness. It put your name in history forever, you feel me? But yeah, man. Playoffs also is where players can make a name for themselves. You feel me? Some of the guys you might not get a chance to see during the regular season. Like I just said, the season long is all like those 82 game season. And I know you're not going to catch every single game. And if you do, salute to you. You a super fan. You feel me? I can't even knock you. But for the average person that watch, the NBA, they might watch here and there, catch a game here and there, unless it's their team playing. The playoffs is when they really tune in. Because the playoffs where it matter most and where these guys play their hardest at. They play harder in the playoffs, man. I feel like the NBA needs to build up more rivalries to support the rivalry games against these teams or more during the regular season to make the regular season more interesting. Other than that, the playoffs what it is. The playoffs where players can make a name for themselves and put a stamp in history and hey, maybe be looked at as one of the best basketball players in the league. You never know. And with that being said too, what I wanted to say, you feel me? This year playoff real interesting too. I feel like we got a lot of teams that is not, you feel me? You can't really, basically what I'm trying to say, you can't really tell who's going to the finals. Like some people got some ideas, but I feel like every team right now in the playoffs have a little bit to offer. Some more than others, but every team got something to offer to make a run to the finals this year, which make it more interesting. I don't feel like too many teams super loaded up other than the Clippers, but maybe age is playing a factor with them. But what I was saying though, what I was finna say was we coming up in the era to where some of the great names that we knew growing up, if you was like the 90s baby, you feel me, and on up, like names like LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, these guys are like 34 years and older. So I feel like they only got 2 to 3 years left to play. So enjoy these guys while you can. Enjoy the talent that they gonna bless you with. Enjoy the performances that hopefully they gonna bless us with before they leave and retire, man. Cause a lot of these guys that we grew up watching, they getting older, man. And we gonna have to leave it to the young bucks, take over and do their thing. And I want to talk about some of the games. I'm not gonna go over all of them in order. I'm just gonna go over them as I give them to you, feel me, randomly. So the first game we got here I want to talk about is the Lakers versus the Nuggets, game 1. We got the Nuggets coming out on top, 114 to 103. Lakers got outscored in the third quarter, 32 to 18. 32 to 18 in the third quarter. What's going on? Well, I kind of know what's going on, man. They need help. Bron and AD need help. Somebody got to step up off the bench. Or another role player. Somebody has to make noise, make an impact to help out the King and Anthony Davis. AD really was putting in that work tonight. AD was going ham. And I also would say the Lakers got to get on them offensive boards, man. And they got to stop Denver for getting the offensive boards. Denver had 15 offensive rebounds in game 1. 15. I think the Lakers only had 6 offensive rebounds. You got to box out. Somebody got to put a body on Jokic. Because Jokic is out there looking like the MVP that we know him to be. Got the stat line. Anthony Davis, 14 rebounds, 32 points. shout out to Anthony Davis, dog. I've been doubting you all regular season. I be talking trash about the Lakers because, mind you, I'm here to say I'm not a LeBron fan. I don't root for LeBron, but I respect LeBron. I respect his game. He one of the best players to ever do it. I'm not gonna call him the GOAT because I don't feel like he the GOAT, but I can say he one of the greatest players to ever do it. You feel me? He one of the greatest. He one of the greatest small forwards that ever played small forward position. But I can't say he's the greatest player of all time because I feel like he was chasing championships when the true GOATs, Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, you feel me? They did it with the same team, with the same jersey, but we don't got to get into that. And with that being said, LeBron, he had 6 rebounds, 8 assists, and 27 points. Them guys need help, man. They need to help my guys out, man. Well, I ain't gonna say my guys because I don't root for the Lakers. I kind of want the Lakers to lose this series, to be honest with you. I'm rooting for the Nuggets to win this series, you feel me? Because, man, honestly, the Nuggets are one of them teams where they got them superstar, but really, people sleep on Jamal Murray. They want to act like he's not an all-star or superstar. With Jamal Murray, he turned to a whole nother person when it comes to the playoffs. I remember when him and Donovan Mitchell was going at it in the bubble, I want to say in 2020, some of the greatest basketball we ever got to see. If y'all got to witness that playoff series in the bubble, Jamal Murray was going crazy. And same thing, this playoff series, he looked like he locked in. Him and Jokic going cold. Jokic had 12 rebounds, 7 assists, 32 points. What I want to say about Jokic also, bro, get a little water break, getting dry talking a lot. What I want to say about Jokic, it's like he a point guard that was put into a center's body. The way this man facilitate and make the right pass with the ball is just outrageous. He know where all his teammates going to be. The chemistry that the Denver Nuggets have is a very dangerous weapon in this playoff series. Mind you, I feel like they can get got this year, but the way they play as a team, it seems like it's unmatched. I'm talking about Porter play his part, Gordon play his part, everybody play his part. Even Caldwell Pope, he was hot from the 3. Talking about knocking them things down. And Jamal Murray had 6 rebounds, 10 assists, and 22 points. So you got Jokic and Murray going out there doing double-doubles. Hey, you have to find some way to slow down Jokic if y'all want to try to find any kind of way to win a game or to win this series, Lakers. Because I feel like the Lakers can get a game or two in this series. But will they win the series? I don't think so. I'm rocking with Denver in this series because I feel like the chemistry Denver got, the way Jokic and Jamal Murray playing, and honestly, with Porter and Gordon, if they can stay consistent like they usually do when it comes to playoff time, they will have no problem defeating the Lakers, which the Lakers have always had a tough time defeating the Denver Nuggets anyways. So I got the Nuggets, let's say, I got the Nuggets in 6. I feel like they'll go 6 games. 7 if LeBron just go crazy somehow. But I feel like, Denver gonna get it done early. So, next game, I want to talk about, we got them Dallas Mavericks versus the Los Angeles Clippers. You feel me? The Clippers smacked the Mavericks. I ain't gonna say smacked them, you feel me? It was looking ugly at one point, though. I ain't gonna even cap to you, but the Clippers won 109-97 against the Dallas Mavericks. Dallas got outscored 22-8 in the second quarter. I'm talking about it was looking like they didn't know what to do, who to guard, who to stop. It was just too much. It was coming from everywhere because the Clippers, they such a dangerous team, man. Like, it's one of those situations where you got to pick your poison. They got Paul George. Luckily, Kawhi Leonard was out, but as you can see, they ain't need Kawhi Leonard to win, and that's scary for the Dallas Mavericks. They had one of the better players because they got all-stars all over the team, but one of the better players didn't even play tonight, and they still handle business. But yeah, you got to pick your poison. You got James Harden, Paul George, even Russell Russell Westbrook. I don't know how I almost forgot my dog. Zubac was out there going ham. You got Terrence Mann. He go out there hamming, turning up. And then you got Powell playing like the 6th man of the year all season. What are you gonna do to stop this? What can the Mavericks do? Somebody gotta tell me, man. Somebody gotta tell me. But what I will say, the Mavericks gotta get more out of their bench. You can't have two people scoring literally all the points. I don't know if anybody else other than Luka and Kyrie went over double digits tonight. Well, I ain't gonna say tonight, but game 1. You feel me? I'm not sure. But the Mavericks stat leaders we already should know who was the leader of them, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. We got Luka Doncic, 13 rebounds, 33 points. Kyrie Irving, 31 points, 7 rebounds. You feel me? These guys, honestly, if y'all want to get a game in this series, cause y'all might get swept. I can't even say it's unlikely, you feel me, just because how much pressure that the Clippers got. They got so much. This is out of all the teams in the NBA this year, this is the most stacked team, you feel me, if you really think about it. Bro, they got Paul George, Kawhi, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden. And being they bench players complement them. You got a big man in Zubac. He down there balling, playing big. I think they even got I can't think of the other big man they got, but yeah, they got a lot of size. They got bench players knocking down 3 shots, and they play defense. Honestly, Clippers, who I really got going all the way this year and winning it all, but that still needs to say. But if Kawhi come back, he come back in that mentality like he did when he was on Toronto, it's over. Clippers won. You feel me? But let's get to the Clippers stat leaders. We got Paul George. He had 6 rebounds, 22 points. And Zubac was balling with a double-double, 15 rebounds, and 20 points. And I got to show love to James Harden with 8 assists and 28 points, man. But for this series, honestly, the Mavericks liable to get swept, bro, if they don't come up with some defense. You feel me? Luka, I know that scoring look good and all that, but he one of the best scorers in the league. But you're going to have to play some defense. You're going to have to motivate the team around you to play defense. Because I know you and Kyrie defense ain't y'all most favorite thing to do. But if y'all want to get past the first round, you're going to have to play some D. And honestly, I don't think D gonna help you with this. Y'all just outmatched. Honestly, outman. Too much firepower. You playing against a team where you gotta pick your poison. If you try to shut him down, he liable to be on fire. It's highly unlikely that Kawhi, Paul George, James Harden, and Westbrook all is gonna be off in the same night. One of the 4 is gonna be home. You feel me? There's no way around that. One of the 4. I got the Clippers winning this game. Honestly, I got the Clippers winning it in 4. If you want to be real with me. Game 4 is over with. And Clippers finna get the rest up. But you never know. Luka might have one of them games where he go for 50. Or even Kyrie, he might go for 50 in one of them games. But hey, might still not be enough. All right, man. We got them Knicks versus 76ers, dog. The Knicks come out on top, 111 to 104. Man, I know y'all Knicks fans happy. I know Stephen A. Smith turned up right now. And honestly, the Knicks look good, especially without having Julius Randle. Feel like if they would have had him to the party, it might have been a little worse. But with me saying that, I don't feel like Embiid was 100%. I don't feel like, even though he got nicked up during the game, I don't feel like he was 100% when the beginning of the game either. Because honestly, if Embiid was 100%, I feel like it would have been some trouble. Because Tyrese Maxey was in his bag, you feel me? The boy was out there balling, he was hooping. and he was making plays that needed to be made. He just ain't how that help. And what I mean by help, I feel like the 76ers need more production out of Tobias Harris. I feel like they just paid Tobias Harris just to pay him. He ain't balling like they thought he was balling. They need if the 76ers want to be a true contender or a true competitor, they need them a small forward averaging at least 25 points. At least. You feel me? 23, hey, but at least 25 points. That's what they need if they want to be serious. Need somebody to put, you got your guard with Tyrese Maxey. You got your big man with Embiid. You need a wing player. You need a solid wing, a true wing. A wing that can make the All-Star game or make all NBA. You feel me? That's what you need. But stat leaders, Joel Embiid, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 29 points. Tyrese Maxey, 4 assists, 33 points. Told you that boy Tyrese Maxey was out there getting his, you feel me? And then for the Knicks, we got Charles. Man, listen. The Knicks role players stepped up this game. And I'm saying I don't know if Josh Hart start. And I don't think Miles McBride start. I don't think he started off. But them guys stepped up to the paint. You feel me? Even though Jalen Brunson, he had a good game too. But still, like, it's playoffs time, Jalen Brunson. So you got to do better than that. You got to let the world know who you is. Because let me say these stats first. Josh Hart, he had 13 rebounds, 22 points. And the man was solid from the 3-point line, hitting everything, going crazy out there from deep. Feel me? They needed every one of them shots. And Jalen Brunson had 7 rebounds, 7 assists, 22 points. But I want to pause with Jalen Brunson for a second. Because beginning of the season, man, me and my homeboy, we was talking about who we think and who we think is gonna do what this year in the NBA. And I was talking about the Knicks. I was like, shoot, I don't really think the Knicks got nobody other than Julius Randle. You feel me? He was like, boy, you sleep, you crazy. They got Jalen Brunson. I'm like, who is Jalen Brunson? Who is that? I was asleep. Ever since that moment, the man, every time I watched the man was hooping. The man done had a 60-point game this year, a 40-point game this year, 30-point game this year. The man Jalen Brunson is the truth. He ain't nobody to be fooled up with. You feel me? He's a bad man when it comes to hooping with that rock. And last but not least, we got Miles McBride. He had 21 points, and every one of them 21 points was needed. You feel me? That's the type of production you need out of your role players when it's time for them to step up. And playoff time. Playoff time is time to raise to the occasion. You can't curl, you can't fold in the playoffs. You gotta do what Miles McBride did and Josh Hart did. They came through for their team when it was needed the most. You feel me? And they ain't even the main guys. You feel me? That's what you gotta do. But for this series, honestly, I feel like it's gonna go to Game 7. But I feel like the Knicks is gonna pull it out and make it to the second round of the playoffs. Only because I don't feel like you got a healthy Embiid, and I don't feel like the 76ers is gonna get enough production from their wing play as far as the shooting guard or the small forward position. I don't know how much production they're gonna get out of those guys. So that's why I feel like the Knicks gonna get it in 7. You feel me? Who we got next? The Suns versus the Timberwolves. The Suns lost 95-120 to the Minnesota Timberwolves. I'm kind of mad about this game because, you know, my favorite player, Kevin Durant. And Durant, bro. I'm finna say it like this, bro. If you want another ring and you want people to stop saying, oh, your other 2 rings don't count. You was with the Golden State Warriors, even though you was 2-time Finals MVP. We don't want to speak on that. But they gonna keep doubting you. You can't leave your own team by yourself. You curl your fold. Bro, you gotta get out of that pass the ball bullshit, bro. Like, it's cool and all, get your team involved. But, bro, if you want to get to the next round, you gotta get in that mama mentality. You gotta get in that cold mentality. You gotta be looking at cats dead in their face while you got 3 people guarding you and you still shoot the ball. Because they not getting nowhere without you. They showing you that they wanted you to score all the points this game. For the simple fact, Booker even had 18. Booker, he gotta step up. He gotta play harder. You feel me? It don't make no sense. But yeah, the Suns need more out of Devin Booker and Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal, we ain't bring you here just, I see you linked up, you hurt a little bit, but you gotta fight through that, bro. You done made too much money out here. Be out here playing, talking about you hurt. It's playoffs time, man. Fight through that jump. Go out there and make it happen. We trying to get KD to the ship, but it's looking tough right now. And then they got goddamn Jokic, the center from the Blazers. I don't really like to talk trash about nobody, but I'm sad to say, bro, soft, bro. Like, they need a tougher big man, bro. They need somebody with the Draymond mentality. He too tender, man. And I ain't gonna keep going on with it, man. But it's sad to say, bro, he just too soft, and it's irritating. It's irritating how soft he is, but. And Timberwolves defense a little scary. Them boys playing some hard nose deep. They was diving on the ground for loose balls, blocking shots, getting all the KD grill, getting all the Booker grill, making their shot contested, making them uncomfortable. Being playing hard nose deep. And you know what? That boy Anthony Edwards, aka Ant-Man, balled and stood up. He out there playing with the Jordan mentality, basically saying, this my team, this my show, I'm finna take over. And KD, you supposed to be the man's favorite player, and you ain't out here doing this stuff. You supposed to be doing what this man was doing. He took over the game. He took it in his own hands. Y'all wasn't gonna play with him no more. He averaged 14 points against the Suns all season and ended the game with 33 points, 9 rebounds. I just told you, Timberwolves stat leaders. You feel me? Just cause I had to put it in through my soliloquy, how my dog Coach Hayes be saying about E. Brown. You feel me? And then Karl Anthony Towns, he had 7 rebounds and 19 points. Really, as a whole, man, the Timberwolves were playing as a team together. They were playing good defense, and they were running that flow. The Suns, Kevin Durant had 7 rebounds, 31 points. Devin Booker had 5 assists, 18 points. Devin Booker, you gotta do better than that. Kevin Durant, even though you had 31, we gotta see more, big dog. We gotta see more. Now, who I got in this series? I feel like, honestly, it's hard for me to say this early in this particular series. You feel me? I really want to say I gotta see game 2, but I'm gonna give y'all a prediction who I think might win this series. Dog, this is what I'm gonna say. If Kevin Durant don't decide to go into mama mentality or Jordan mentality, they gonna be out of the playoffs first round, and Timberwolves will be in the second round of the playoffs. And if Anthony Edwards keep playing the way he playing, he's finna make a name for himself in NBA history. He's finna put respect back on the American basketball player's name. Because like I already made a short saying that I feel like the European players have dominated the league now, taking over the league. You got Jokic, you got Luka. Luckily, Giannis was out, because they don't tell him what he would have did, you feel me, in game 1. But yeah, man, Ant-Man, he putting respect on their name, man. Shout out to Ant-Man, Baby Jordan, you feel me? Anthony Edwards. Let's get to the next game, dog. So, boom. We finna talk about Boston Celtics versus Miami Heat. my Jimmy. Miami lost 94 to 114. This is a big rivalry game, I feel like. These two teams have faced each other a lot in history. From LeBron going against the Big Three and KG and Paul Pierce and Ray Allen. So them guys meeting, and I want to say they met in 2020 and they met in a couple of other years also. Going back and forth. One knocking each other out, the other one knocking each other out. But what I will want to say, man, Jimmy Butler was out. So they didn't get the full version of the Heats. Because, you know, the Heats, they be playing all right basketball in the regular season. But when the playoffs come out, they turn to a whole nother mentality. I feel like that Heat culture, they really got something going with that. That's really like a movement or something, you feel me? That's not no joke. They really stand on that, I feel like. Because playoff time, they turn to a whole nother animal, especially Jimmy Butler. It's like he be playing around, you feel me, regular season. Then playoffs come, he just turn it on a whole nother level, you feel me? But they needed Jimmy Butler. But honestly, how hot the Celtics was and the way the game was flowing and the way the game was going for the Boston Celtics, I don't think Jimmy Butler would have made a difference. The Bulls hitting on all the cylinders, everything was clicking, man. Everything was getting knocked down, everything was dropping for them boys. For the stat leaders for the Heats, we got Bam Adebayo with 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 24 points. And Tyler Hero only had 11 points. He's not even a stat leader. I just had to mention Tyler Hero. The Heats need something more out of you, bro. I already heard a report when y'all lost one of the games before the play-in game, where you went 8 for 28, and then you and Jimmy Butler got in an argument. You swung at him, you missed, and then he told you 8 for 29. I know that would have pissed me off even more, but hey, man, you can't be out there hooping like that, man. You a viable asset to this Miami Heat team, and we need way more than 11 points from you. Like, tighten up, man. The Heat Nation. And for the Celtics, man, Jason Tatum with a triple-double, 10 rebounds, 10 assists, 23 points. Hey, shout out to Jason Tatum, man. He another American player putting it on for the Americans, and I'm not trying to make this a country versus country thing. I just remember a time when the league was dominated by American players, and now you feel me, European players doing their thing. And I salute them, you feel me? I salute them for it. They came a long way. But yeah, man, back to Jason Tatum, man. Maybe this year Jason Tatum and the Celtics can go all the way. I don't feel like they're going to get all the way to the finals. I feel like the best competition, they haven't played that much, because the best competition on the West, you feel me? The East, you got a couple of teams that can, respectable, but for the most part, all the respectable teams in the West. For the Celtics, also, we got Derrick White with 3 rebounds, 4 assists, and 20 points. Derrick White was out there hooping, man. I'm glad my boy cut off that hair, because, that hairline was 3 and 3. But I'm going to keep living, so let me start talking. I'll be like, bro, out here rocking the George Jefferson or something like that. I used to call that the Uncle Robert, you feel me? I had an Uncle Robert that he had all the hair on the side, and, he was bald. It was like a reverse fade, you feel me? Let me stop. But okay, man. We got the Pacers versus the Bucks. The Bucks came on top 109 to 94. First thing I want to say, Dame time. That boy turned up. That boy came and put on the show, you feel me? This is the Dame Lillard I've been wanting to see all season. And if you wanted to wait till the playoffs to bring him out, then you did the perfect damn thing. Because, boy, you was out there hooping. And shout out to you, Dame Lillard, you one of my favorite point guards in the league, you feel me? He was out there dropping them off, shooting deep like he usually do, taking them to the rim. He had 30 points in the first half. The man was out there playing with the boys. Giannis was out. but the Bucks still find a way to pull off a win. But that's telling me a lot about this series. If Giannis come back anytime during this series, it's gonna be trouble. Shot down. And then too, man, I don't think Pacers got enough firepower to make it a 7-game series. Excuse me. Don't get me wrong now. The Pacers are a good team, and they got good pieces. I don't feel like they got enough pieces, though. Especially when the Bucks be 100%. They have Giannis and all the other pieces back. Giannis, Chris Middleton, Bobby Portis, even Booker. Not Booker, but Brooks. My bad, I'm tripping. Man, yeah, man. I don't know if Pacers gonna be able to handle that and make it to a 7-game series, you feel me? But for stat leaders, we got Pascal Siakam with 13 rebounds, 36 points, a nice old double-double. But I ain't gonna cap. I feel like if Siakam was on a different team, a better team, I don't feel like it'd be no reason for him to have to average 36 points. I don't feel like Siakam averaging 36 points is gonna get you wins on a night in and night out basis. As you see right now, it ain't get you a win with him with 36 points. But I will say Siakam with 36 points and Hollenberger, if he had more than, I think Hollenberger only had, what is that right? What Hollenberger had? Yeah, Hollenberger only had 9 points and 8 assists, man. Hollenberger, Tyrese, you gotta do better than that, Tyrese. Halliburton, you gotta do better than that, bro. I'm messing up your name at first, but Halliburton. You've been balling all in the beginning of the season. You was balling all regular season. Is the playoffs too much for you? If you ain't ready for that pressure, just say something, man. I know you're young. I know the playoffs could be treacherous because they know they call a little less fouls. You might be used to getting your foul called a little early, but playoffs different, big dog. They might not call that foul you used to in the regular season. So you got to tighten up. You got to come with it. And Miles Turner had a good game for the Pacers with 8 rebounds, 17 points. But like I said, that's not going to be enough with the Bucks, man. Y'all got to do more. You got to do more, man, because they got too many weapons for the most part. You feel me? They bench ain't all that, but they bench do enough. You feel me? Especially when you got a guy like Bobby Portis out there with all the hustle points. You feel me? For the Bucks stat leaders, we got my boy Dame Lillard. It's Dame time. You feel me? Goddamn Glorilla, new baby daddy. I'm just playing. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, man, 35 points, 3 assists, 6 rebounds, man. Dame Lillard came to play. We got Chris Middleton with 10 rebounds and 23 points. Too, Chris Middleton, he played his part in this game. But I want to see more out of Chris Middleton, honestly. Unless I don't have. Honestly, you know what? Before I even finish that statement, if he can average this and they can win, then cool. You feel me? But the competition gonna get harder, and when the competition get harder, and if Giannis not back, Chris Middleton, you gonna be the number 2 man. So that means you got to hoop. We need to see the Chris Middleton when y'all won the NBA Finals. Because the regular season Chris Middleton, he was wishy-washy. He was sometime. He wasn't there all the time. And shout out to Bobby Portis, man. He off the bench with 11 rebounds, 15 points. Nice little double-double for old Bobby. Bobby looked like one of them old school dudes that be coming to the pickup games where you look at him, you be like, ain't no way he hooping. And then he fuck around and get on because he don't have it down because he had to wait. And he go out there hooping. He balling, have everybody looking sick like, dang, we should have picked him up. Nah. Boom. So now we got the Magics and the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Orlando Magic and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Man, I'm from the country, so when you hear me say some of these words, man, don't make fun of me. I'm just country, a little geeky with it too. But the Cavs won 97-83. Orlando, I feel like Orlando youth showed in game 1. I feel like they was nervous. You feel me, down. I feel like they weren't used to that playoff atmosphere yet. But them jitters was, them jitters, you feel me, they couldn't get. Mind you, it was a competitive game now. I'm not gonna say they wasn't being competitive, but they didn't look like their normal selves. Like they wasn't playing team basketball per se. I feel like they was trying to force a lot of stuff. But what I also want to say too, though, I feel like the Cavaliers is a good matchup for Orlando. Cause I'm from Florida, so I root for Florida teams regardless. But I feel like the Cavs a good matchup for Orlando if they want to get a win in the playoffs. Cause other than that, besides the Cavaliers, I don't see it happen. But the main person, if they want to win this series, they're gonna have to maintain Donovan Mitchell. Cause Donovan Mitchell, aka Spider-Man, he was showing his tail in game 1. But yeah, they real evenly matched, man. But stat leaders for the Magics, we got Ben Kiro with 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 24 points. Nice stat line, you feel me, for a second-year player. But let's see if we can get more out of you. And we got Franz Wagner with 7 rebounds, 18 points. See, Wagner, he got to do better, man. He was balling all season, averaging 20 points. It's playoff time. We need everything you got now. We don't need a little bit. We need all the bit, boy. Playoff time. You got to step up to the plate. But honestly, I feel like the Magic's kind of missing a few pieces to be like a serious team, a serious contender, which I doubt if the Magic put money into building a roster to become a serious contender to make a finals. Cause they're not going to get that this year. I'm going to tell you that right now. I feel like they can win this series, but I don't feel like they're going to get to the finals, you feel me? But with me saying I feel like they're going to win this series, no, I don't. I feel like they can win it, but I feel like the Cleveland Cavaliers will win it. So let me make that clear. I feel like Orlando Magic can win the series, but I feel like Cleveland Cavaliers will win the series based off Donovan Mitchell. He done been to the playoffs before. He know how it feel. He know that he got to perform at the highest level possible. And I done seen him do it. He done proved that before. I just got done talking about him earlier when him and my boy Jamal Murray was going against each other in the bubble. But stat leaders for the Cavaliers, like I've been talking about, Donovan Mitchell, 30 points, 3 assists. Donovan Mitchell was getting all his shots, getting to the basket, making plays, and getting whatever he wanted the whole game. The Orlando Magic gotta find some way to slow down Donovan Mitchell and make somebody else on the Cavaliers beat them. And Jared Allen also had a good game with a double-double, 18 rebounds, 16 points. That boy banging in the paint. That boy said he go hard in the paint. But yeah, man, I definitely feel like this series is going to go all the way to Game 7. Excuse me. Just because how evenly matched the teams are. You feel me? Each team has at least one all-star, I say, you feel me? I ain't gonna say superstar, but at least one all-star caliber player. And all the, you feel me, co-cast players, you feel me, like the bench players and the rest of the supporting cast, like they about even. They about evenly matched up as far as the rosters and the lineup. So honestly, made the best team win in this series. But I feel like the Cavs gonna pull it off just because I feel like they got more veterans and Orlando's still kind of young, you feel me? And I feel like that do play a big factor when it comes to the playoffs, man. But we got the last game 1, the Pelicans versus the Thunder. The Thunder won 94-92, and bro, this game was going back and forth literally all game long. They was tied all the way up to the third quarter, bro. Like, they was going back and forth. It didn't make any sense. And I feel like, though, that they was going back and forth so much, I feel like the youth play a small factor with the Thunder, because, they got a lot of young guys. And, playoff basketball, the refs call the game a little differently in the playoffs. They let a little bit more fouls, go. You feel me? Let them play a little bit rougher in the playoffs, you feel me? And maybe the Thunder got to adjust to that. but they still managed to pull off the win regardless. But the Pelicans lost by a basket, and they didn't have Zion Williamson. So I feel like Zion Williamson will play a huge factor when he returns, if he returns in this series. If he don't return in this series, the Pelicans might be in trouble. But the leaders for the Pelicans, we got CJ McCollum, 6 assists, 20 points. And we got Trey Murphy III with 4 rebounds, 21 points. Hey man, them boys was doing, like with them guys doing, I don't feel like they can do that all. I can see CJ McCollum averaging 20 points in the series. But I don't see Trey Murphy III averaging 20 points in the series. But hey, maybe he could prove me wrong. The Thunder leaders. We got SGA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, just in case y'all ain't know his name. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 6 rebounds, 28 points. And we got Jalen Williams with 7 rebounds, 19 points. Man, the Thunder better be lucky they picked up that young boy, Jalen Williams. But that boy be balling. I didn't know who he was either until the beginning of the season start. But that young man be out there hooping. He be hustling hard. He be making plays, driving, get his shot, and he play good defense, man. But I feel like the Thunder will win this series. And honestly, when Zion come back, if this series goes anything how it went game 1, it's going to be close all the way up to the end, all the way up to game 7. But I do think the Thunder can pull it off. The teams that I have in the finals, I feel like it's so hard to pick somebody and just, to stamp somebody in the West. But I feel like Clippers going to come out the West, man. Especially if they get Kawhi back healthy. I feel like Clippers going to come out of the West. The East, I feel like our Eastern Conference Finals would be Milwaukee Bucks and the Boston Celtics. Who would come victorious out of that? Me being a fan, I want to say Milwaukee because I know I root for Dame and I root for Giannis. But my mind telling me that the Boston Celtics more than likely will be in the finals with the Clippers. And then the Clippers gonna smack the Celtics. So PG and Kawhi gonna get his second ring. PG get his first ring. James Harden, Russell Westbrook. And then I feel like Russell Westbrook gonna retire. And maybe even James Harden probably got a little more game left. But I feel like if the Clippers do win the ring this year, Russell Westbrook will retire a champion. You feel me? But yeah, man. Round 2 coming up, man, for the NBA playoffs, man. So tune in. I'm gonna keep y'all updated on that. And like I told y'all, man, I had to get y'all this 4th quarter. You feel me? We got Jamal Crawford versus J.R. Smith. Who you got? You got your team. You got a college team, and you getting one of these players. You gotta pick one, and you getting both of them at their prime, the best that you can get them at. Let's say Jamal Crawford in his prime, he averaged 20 points per game, 5 assists, 1 steal. J.R. Smith's best season was 18 points per game and 5 rebounds and 1 steal. And that was the 2012-2013 season. And for Jamal Crawford, his best season was 2007-2008. But yeah, man, you got one spot left on your team, and you need a 6th man of the year. Who you got? You can pick between Jamal Crawford or J.R. Smith. You got one spot. You already got a starting lineup. Your starter's set. You just need somebody to be a 6th man. Somebody to come off and give you that fire off the bench when your bench players get in. Who you getting? Is it Jamal Crawford or J.R. Smith? Now me, who I would pick, oh, man. The only reason why I'm going to say Jamal Crawford is because I feel like he cared a little bit more than J.R. Smith did. I feel like if J.R. Smith would have cared more than he did about, his career in the NBA, which I ain't saying the man ain't care, but I feel like he cared more. I feel like J.R. Smith would have been known like how we talk about Dwayne Wade and you feel me, Tracy McGrady, Steve Frank. Like he would have been talked about like one of those guys. But now he just a microwave player. You feel me? He get heat, he get hot. He like heat check. If he hot, get to him. If he not, stay away from him. But yeah, man, that's my fourth quarter. You feel me? You now just talk sports with your boy DP. You feel me? Like, share, subscribe. That's all I got for you, man. Tune in. You feel me? Later on, I'm gonna get back with y'all with that UFL also. But you feel me? NBA playoff time, baby. Who y'all got? Feel me? Let me know.